Just for information. Throw up. Throw up. And Roma. Just it. Don't configure.
If I was to tell you just how much I need you, would you come tonight?
Paul Haguma.
Yes, Penny.
How's it going?
Good.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm saying good. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh yeah. I'm very good.
What have you got to the level we want you to get to?
Yeah.
So you can create a VPC and an EC2 in that VPC.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, good. So let's wait a little bit for the others and then let's start.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is try and find a way to start practicing the exam.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah. And then what we'll do is while learning the exam, we will. Yeah, let's wrap it up. Today is the last. Next week we do one more week, isn't it? Next week, and then from there onwards we are going to start talking about we are going to start talking about the exam. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, Chris is here, so we can start. Chris, are you there? The first thing is people will share their screen. Paul will share his first. Show me his code in GitHub, and then we will let him create apply the code in AWS. Show us what is created, and then you do yours next. Yeah.
Sure.
Good. So Paul, share your screen, and let's do it. Because I really want us to get to that stage. Because
Can you see my screen?
mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. This is
Yeah.
my repo, and that the Terraform one. This is it. We have modules, EC2 and VPC. I think the thing was to add a VPC. This is it here, and also to edit this file to include the EC2 that use a subnet from the VPC, which is up here. And that what I did. Let me blink. Yeah, but following yesterday's Cloud9 issues, I just jumped to my local machine.
It's okay.
Yeah, so you said just checking if all works. I think I will do maybe destroy and then create it once more.
Yeah. And then go to AWS and show us the magic there.
Yeah. I think AWS is here. Ooh, why is my how?
What's going on? I can't see any. I can see GitHub if you.
Sharing once more. I think my browser just wanted to list that. So I think this was the machine that was created before, just getting down. This is it shutting down. And I think when I go back here on the terminal, I think, yeah, it's still destroying. Let me wait a bit for it to complete and then I can, okay, it's done. So I think I can create it now once more. And we'll wait and see what happens here. I think we should have something here and refresh. Yeah, this is it. And when you open it, let me do this. It is in the where the network section. It is in this subnet, public subnet 1. Yeah, I think that's it.
Good. Well done.
Okay, thank you. Thanks
Chris.
for the codes.
Chris, share your screen. Chris, you there? We can't hear you. You're on mute.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, please share your screen and show us where you got to.
So that's my repo with the code. So that's the code here and all that. And okay. So we can do Terraform. I've already initiated it. So Terraform plan. Come on. Okay. And then platform apply. Yes.
Kasongo, hey. Good morning, brother.
Creating our VPC and EC2 and all the other resources.
Go to AWS and show us.
Yeah. Yeah, it's created everything. Let's see our EC2. Yep. It's initializing now.
Okay, so let me introduce you to something today.
Okay.
Okay, share my screen. We'll continue, but we want to gauge where you at. Okay, and I'm going to ask you a simple question, and you can give me a simple answer. It's needed because remember, you cannot go anywhere if you don't pay anything. And I've already told you I'm not sharing my username and password. Okay, they are doing Black Friday extended. Okay, and this is WizLab. WizLab. What WizLab does is you can come here and they do a lot of courses, okay, including DevOps, right? Most of the things that we are learning are already there. So Terraform Associate is there, Docker Certified Associate, Ansible, Salt, Puppet, Jenkins, Kubernetes, Datadog, even Datadog, because DevOps, you do monitoring. You've got chatbot with, wow, okay. They got a lot of things, okay. They also have AWS, cloud computing. They have AWS, Google Cloud, Azure, security. I have paid my subscription. It's a basic subscription. And for the basic, let's go to subscriptions and see what's there. So It's very cheap now. Okay. Mine is a basic one. You get 25,000 practice questions, 4,500 videos to watch. Practice questions is the thing. So I'm here for only the practice questions. And that's why I went for the basic. And it's £11 a month, 140 a year. Okay. 140 a year. I think I know someone here who spent more money on stew in a year than $140. They spend more money on stew, chicken stew. I
Hey,
know
Paul.
someone. Well, so
This one there is Paul.
Paul, okay, Paul like chicken stew. If you want a sandbox, and hands-on labs, which you don't need because you have your AWS, you learn the thing, that you can watch the videos and then practice on your own AWS or stuff. But here, they'll give you a cloud sandbox, which is something like AWS Cloud 9 or whatever. And then you have to pay 170, £30 more. This year, I paid 230 every year for this, but because of they are doing sale, I don't know if I can actually buy next year's. I will look into it. I'll probably buy next year's. They're doing sale. Okay. Now this is the platform. Let's use it and see. Okay. So if you look at my dashboard, you have as you can see, I've done some practice tests for associate, Terraform associate. I've done that, and I haven't done others. Yeah, so I'm only here for the practice tests. What I can do as well is go to my courses. I can look for Terraform. I'm gonna search it. Okay, so this is the Terraform. Automate with Terraform. These are the videos and labs. I don't have access to those. I don't even want them, but I can look at questions here. Yeah. And they have videos. Let's watch one of the videos. We'll look at the test as well. Let's watch one of the videos. So let's duplicate this page. Watch one of the videos. So they go videos, Terraform. Go 50 videos. Really nice. Okay. You can download them. It's yours. You paid for it. You can download them. Download cheat sheet. This is a cheat sheet, actually, not the videos. Can't download the videos. Introduction to Terraform. This one is free. Setup and installation. Providers. Multiple providers. We haven't done that. Provider versioning. We haven't done that. State files we've done. Deployment and configuration. Modules we are doing. Okay. This one is 2 hours. Deployment and configuration. Modules and state management. Cloud and enterprise capacity. And AWS example. Now, if you look at it, this is where the bulk of the work is. 2 hours. But it has 3 labs. So a lab is about 30 minutes, I think. So if you go here, we've done, you can actually create a project. That's what multiple providers is all about. You can create a project that will create an EC2 in Azure, and it will also create something in AWS. But you set the providers for AWS and providers for all you know what a provider is you're just telling that Terraform which plugins to pull down into your laptop to be used to create whatever. So the API plugins for AWS will be pulled down. So that's that there. But if you go to infrastructure and deployment configuration, you see they talk about variables, attributes, data types, map and lists that I was discussing, expressions. You can do expressions, local values, functions, formatting, split files, a lot of things. What's a dynamic block, provisioners, and so on and so forth. There's a lot. Point being, I was only here to break the glass or scratch the surface or introduce you to Terraform, okay? Which is, you know what it is now. Before, if someone had asked you, Chris, like, if you go here and I say, Ansible, have you heard it before? You know Ansible, what it is about? Chris, Paul, have you heard of Ansible before?
Yeah.
You know,
but just knowing like a few description of it, but never have any interaction with it.
Yeah. Chris, I know you've not heard of it before.
Oh, I have.
You know Ansible?
Yes.
What is Ansible?
It's more like Terraform. It's an infrastructure as a code to use for should I say managing infrastructure, just like Ansible, just like Terraform.
No.
Because
no.
I see we use it for creating pipelines and all that to control infrastructure, something like that. But I've had to use it before, but that was when I was trying to look something on
Ansible. Yeah. Well, how about Chef?
No.
Puppet?
No.
Jenkins?
Yes.
CloudFormation?
Yes, I've heard it before.
Yeah, but did you know it? I'm not saying have you heard of
No,
it.
no.
But if I say Terraform, what would your answer be?
Exactly. For that, I've used it before.
You know it and you know how to use it. You know everything about it. But, well, you don't know everything about it. My point is, I've already done it with you. I'm thinking we are finished here. But there's more, as you can see. And I'm hoping that you take on the rest. Because I'm not going to actually sit here and spoon feed you. I get you to about 70%. It's up to you to get to the 100 or 90. Yeah? Get to the top. Well, we will do projects, and then I will be here for you to ask questions and so on and so forth. It's up to you to get to the top. And I think you need to invest. Invest in a tool like, I have two. I have a Cloud Guru, which I pay 230 every year, and I have this that I pay 170 or one whatever here. Okay. And with this, if I want to do any exam, I'm sorted. Practice exams, all of those. There's another platform called Udemy. But for Udemy, you will have to purchase these tools on your own. So I don't think there's a practice platform there. Oh, what's going on here? My Udemy. Hey, I shouldn't say hey. Let me move this from here. You put your eyes, you look too much. Hey, look at this Bernard's email. He has $3 million. And someone sent him $3 million. I saw it with my own eyes. It's even recorded. Udemy. Password. What? They haven't sent the. It's not here yet. What's going on? There's an associated account with this email. Please check your email address. Yeah. What was I doing? Was I logging in or creating an account? I was logging in. Yeah. And I'm saying forget my password. Yeah. This is my email address. Yeah. There's an associated account with this email. If there is, if there is, then they will send me an email. But where's the email? Probably gone to junk. There's no email. Oh my days. I do have Udemy. Anyways, I bought something 2 days ago. Was I in a wrong? Is this Udemy? Partner portal, Udemy. Yeah. What's going on? Why is it that it seems I'm using 2 different logins? This is weird, man. Look, this one, is it really Udemy or fake? This is how you just give people your password. Partner portal.udemy user login. And this one is what? Udemy.com. Well, okay. Should be careful. Anyway, this is it. I'm here. Right? Here, you can also come and buy Terraform easily. You search for Terraform, and so many courses. Well, $12. 12. Okay, this one gives you hands-on. But I really do think YouTube is easy, free. There's others that, but in Udemy, you cannot do practice test here. I don't think they do. They do practice. And that's what WizLab is all about. Okay. So we are going to do the exam together, all of us, and we're going to practice together. Okay. I have these. I've already done these. I attempted these, and I failed them. Well, I attempted this. I attempted that. I haven't done all of this. So they have about 6 practice questions. Final test is there. You can do practice questions about sections, which is 10 minutes, and then you can do this, okay, as well. There's nothing more I can say. Let's see. Terraform associate practice questions. they have their sample questions, but you see, top Wizlab, exam topics. Udemy practice exam. Okay, let's see. Right. 2024. Okay. $49 though. You see, it adds up. It soon adds up. And that's why if you pay 170, 120 from here, you have everything, including when you have to go and do for AWS and others. As you'll be buying it one by one. One by one. Okay. So anybody have anything to say here? I'm going to show you some of the questions.
No.
No. Okay. All right, let's do some of the questions. 1 minute. I'm being called by Albert Hugo. Hello, Albert Hugo. Boston. Yeah, me do my course as well. My name is Busia for you. That's why Saturday course and Sunday course. Me know because me meeting. Oh, only said me every Saturday be a monapa. Me microphone na me lecture microphone kakra. But you be 9 o'clock, my friend. Why? Okay. Good. Right, so let's do this one. And you're going to answer the questions. Open the chat here. And you're going to answer the questions. Okay. $60 questions, 1 hour, max time, maximum marks. Passing, you need 70 to pass. Let's do it as practice mode. Okay, so the question is there. Number 1, you put the answer on a sheet or in a chat. Put it in a sheet. Open a tab and put your answers there. I'm also doing the same. When we finish, we will actually find out the answers. What do you think? So that you get a feel of it using my platform. Guys, unmute. This is a conversation. I'm not lecturing. Just unmute. If I ask you a question, I'm expecting you to say yeah, no. We are having a two-way conversation. So just turn off your mute.
For me, I think that one is B.
I didn't say tell me. Write it down on a sheet on your phone.
Oh, yeah.
Have you created a variable? You have created a variable Wizlab with a type string. What values for the below options does it accept? So this is a default. So what values do you think would accept? Yeah, you think it's B. Write it down. Number 1, B. Okay. And then we go to next. I'll mark this as not done. Which statement accurately explains how HTTP Terraform enhances infrastructure management through collaboration, state management, and automation? If you finish, just tell me. Okay, Bernard, you can go to the next question. It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we should go to next.
Yeah, same here.
E. Yeah, next.
You're saying 8. You finish, you tell me next.
Next.
If someone says next, I'm going next unless someone says no. Okay, I'm not going to wait for both of you. If one person says next and you're not finished, you say no. Okay.
Next.
No.
Then if you said no, then I'm waiting for you. Then you'll be the
Next.
last. Okay, good. Remember, you got 60 minutes, so you can't sit on one question for. If you don't know, you don't know.
Next.
You don't know, you don't know. And this is good because then you get to know ones that you don't know. Go and focus on those. Learn them. I haven't taught you that multi-environment, so but I think the answer is still simple. In Ghana, Paul, someone's money has shit. It's Ghana shit. Sikana shit.
Come on.
Can I go next? You don't
Yeah.
know. Sikana shit. Hmm.
Next.
Yeah, next.
Next.
Sorry, I wasn't there. Should I go next?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Are you having fun? Enjoying it? You think if you sat the exam yesterday, you pass?
You didn't select Mark for the end. What's the name?
Thank you.
Except next.
So, do you think we should continue to 60, or at this rate, you know that there's a lot you need to do?
I think there's a lot.
Exactly. So, what I can do, I can mark all of them for review, and then we can review them. Hopefully, I can even print some. And then you use this as a backup. But the emphasis are that you sign up to something. You guys, you have to invest. You can't have to invest $140 a year, and that year before you, this is 111 anyway. Actually, it's 114 or something, or one whatever. By that year, you give yourself time and say that all these exams, I'm going to sit them, have it on your CV. We prepare you for interview skills, and then you go for a job. That's Chris. Paul, on the other hand, he's got a job. So he's moving from IT support to DevOps. And so he's learning with his boss.
I will come to London to celebrate that way, please.
You get it? But still, we need to invest a little bit. Paul, I think there's a budget for but you have to pay for it yourself. Then go and claim for the budget. I think you go $500, or I don't know how they do it in Rwanda, but yeah,
it's that way.
Yeah. So you pay for it, take the receipt, and they claim for it. They'll give it back to you.
Yeah.
Okay? And then you practice and practice. But okay, so let's review all of it. With that way, I hope I can give you something to go by. But this will be it, because
there is really a lot to learn with telephone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, at the moment, you know the basics. Okay. You can actually go to a job and survive. You'll have to do some research. It'll take you longer to do projects, but you don't need just that. You need to be able to have proper conversation about if you don't mark them for review, it will not give it to you in the answers. And then when we finish with this practice exam, we'll do one or two things that you don't know yet. We'll do environments, and then I will also show you the Terraform CLI. Before you do the exam, you need to be getting about 90-95% here. Every time you sit this exam practice-wise, you need to be getting 90-95%, 90-95% before you actually book the exam to go and sit it. Of course. So I didn't pass. Of course, I'm not going to pass. As you can see, questions under these, there are 60 questions, 7 under Terraform basics, 15 under implementing and maintaining state. So implementing and maintaining state, 15 questions there. Right. So these are the answers. Okay. Number first one, you're right. Second one, Terraform offers managed state storage and configuration and built-in locking. And they give you why. Partial configuration, I didn't even know that. The right answers were console, S3, and Azure. Okay. Artifactory, I know about Artifactory. It's about images, I think. So all of the above on this. Can I actually download this review? These people, they're not going to allow you download it, you see. Download report. Ooh. Oh, just give you the report. A field report. Who wants to share that? It doesn't give you. I wanted to share this with you for starters, but it seems that it's not going to be possible. But hey, this is it. What do you think?
I think it's cool.
All right. Are you going to take the exam? And you're going to prepare?
Yes.
Are you going to invest?
I will invest.
Good. Wow. Okay. I wanted to show you this. This is good. It's really good. Let me see if I go back to. Can I? Can I redo the exam? From where? Terra from where? Let me see what's in the cheat sheet. Okay. This is not bad. Oh, that's really nice. Terraform modules, workspace. Okay, today we're going to do workspaces. Okay, we're going to do workspaces. Terraform cloud. Wow. Do you want this? Terraform functions. We did to list, didn't we?
Yeah. List. No, we did to string.
To string. Now this is to list. So you have this. You can convert it to list. It becomes a list. What's this? Terraform log file. Variables and outputs. I think this is it. I'm going to say that I'm going to teach you the one or two things today, and from next week we will add one more module to our project. But I will not be teaching Terraform again. Okay, I'll stop from there. And then we can actually focus on the networking on AWS using Terraform. And as time goes on, just like the Bash, because Bash you're using it all the time, Linux you're using all the time, it will become second nature. But for you to get to the 95%, you need to continue from your own. Where's the Sikana show?
Kaba.
Yeah. Right. Let me share in this chat the cheat sheet. Did I download? Save. There we are. Please sign up to WizLab. It's very, very good. I've used it. That's what I used to sit my first AWS exam. It did me good. Okay. So sign up to it. Sign up for 1 year. They're doing sales. As you can see, they're doing sales. Where is it? Okay, I can't find it. Right, that's it. Now, something that I need to show you. Let me go to my Cloud9 and let's do. In fact, I can actually use my own lap. I don't need to use Cloud9 today. Okay. It's called Terraform Stages. It's that Terraform environment. So when we say environment, what comes into your mind? Someone can just shout out.
Surroundings.
Huh?
Surroundings.
Surroundings. Okay. Yep. We are in IT. Paul, if I say an environment, what comes into your mind? Remember, we're doing IT.
Like a collection of IT equipment that makes a complete set of infrastructure, IT infrastructure.
Yes. So in IT, there's this notion of environments. We have a production environment, we have a staging environment, we have a development environment in IT. Basically, a copy of a working environment. So, like example, I can have my laptop, 3 laptops in my house. One of them is the one that manages, let's say, my house. It manages everything in my house. The curtains, I have a software on there that does the curtains. It will pull the curtains, it will turn the light off. If someone is not in a room for a long time, it will do this, it will hit my house. Automated house. So, but I have a software on a laptop that manages this. I can say that the one that actually manages the thing is called the production environment. Okay, where if it goes down, someone will be affected, something will happen, something will stop working. That's the production. Normally, you don't do testing on production, because when you go and test and the test fails or something happens, you break the application. So you have a copy of the laptop exactly the same, or you create some sort of an environment that mimics the production environment for testing. Okay, we can have a testing environment as well, and then it is a development environment where actually now my laptop can manage, let's say, curtains, it can manage lights, it can manage one or two things, but it can't do cooking. Let's say if we want to automate cooking, so we want to add cooking to the list of things that this machine can manage in my house. What we do is we have to go and develop the logic or the technology for cooking and add it to the list. Okay. When we are developing, we need a copy of what is currently running to develop on top of it, because we are adding to it, isn't it? That's the development environment. And sometimes we have a staging environment, which is also running on the same side as production, because development environment, we can delete and bring back and delete and bring back. But what if we want something that looks almost the same as production, but it's not doing production work? It's actually not doing it. It's exactly the same. That's the staging environment. Okay. So with this in mind, as to in IT environments, Terraform also allows you to use the same Terraform code to deploy different set of environments. Okay, so now 1 minute. Hold on. Hold on 1 minute, because I want to. Okay, so Terraform calls it workspace. Okay, can you see my screen? Is it big enough?
Yeah.
So Terraform calls it workspace. Okay, so if you type Terraform workspace, yeah, dash help. And look, one thing I'm also going to teach you, if you want to know what are the other parameters you can add, you type the main Terraform command, the sub command, and then whatever you think you can add. If you don't know, you get the help. It will show you. So here is, we got Terraform workspace, we got new, list, show, select, and delete. If I want to just know about everything, I can write here. So after Terraform, what else can I put there? I can just do the help here, and it will tell me. So I can do init, validate, plan, apply, destroy. I can do console, format, all of these other commands that I can do. If I want to then find out about, and as you can see we got the workspace here. So if I want to know, okay, if I want to do tainting, but I don't know what it is and all that, what I can do, then I can put the sub command here, dash help. It gives me only for the sub command. Yeah. So Terraform workspace help tells us that we can create a new workspace. We can list all the current workspaces. We can show workspace and select one or delete one. Okay. So let's try Terraform workspace list. There's only one workspace. So when you install your Terraform, it gives you a default workspace. Okay. Let's create a new workspace. So Terraform workspace new dash help tells you, okay, Terraform workspace new. You can create a new Terraform workspace. Lock is equal to false, whatever its information is there. But the command will be Terraform workspace new and the name of the workspace. So let's say dev. Yeah. It's created it. Now, if you do Terraform list, it has 2 workspaces. Okay. When you create a new workspace, it then uses that workspace by default. So by default, this is the workspace that you're using. Okay. You can also change workspaces. You can change workspaces, the Terraform workspace help. Select is the one. So if I want to select the default, I can just say select default. That means I want to use default. Okay. And if we list, you see that the star is on default now. Okay. So you can create default most of those stuff. Now, one other thing you can do is Terraform has inbuilt variables. Okay. It's already there. Variables, okay, it's already there. Let's find some of them. Okay, 1 minute. One minute, give me 2 seconds. Okay, so I've taught you Terraform workspace. You can create. So here we've got. Let's create another one. New. We call it staging. We can create another one called production. Okay, so if we do Terraform's workspace list, we are currently on the production one. Okay, now we're going to use this. One other thing I'm going to show you is Terraform console. It was in the exam as well. And what Terraform console does is it opens up a platform where you can actually run your Terraform commands by one, like you're using Bash. So Terraform console, not that one. Terraform console, and then you see it gives you this command line where you can actually do things like I don't know if 1+1 will work. It's 2. Terraform, it gives you the output there and then. So if you want to run a function, let's say string to string, isn't it? To string. You can actually test a function to string output 2 to string 2. It converts it into a string for you. You get it? So everything that your Terraform code does that is compiled after, you can use Terraform console to test. One of the things we are going to test is this. Basically, if you can put a condition in your code and say, if the workspace that I'm working in is development, then I want to use EC2 type. Maybe you have a map. If it's development, then T2 micro. If it's staging, I want to use T3. If it's default, maybe do nothing based on the workspace that you're in. Yeah. So the command to find workspace is literally terraform.workspace. If I type terraform.workspace, to tell me what the current workspace is, production. So in my code, if I want the value of the workspace, even in my outputs, all I need to do is terraform.workspace. And this is what I'm talking about, the default variables that are already there in Terraform. Okay. Does that make sense? Unmute and tell me it makes sense, guys.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so let's go into our code. Paul, share your screen. In fact, let me log in. Oh no, Paul, share your screen.
Okay.
And I want you to create some workspaces. So today, you know about workspace, you know about variables, internal variables that are already there. We've used it to find what the workspace is. And you also know about Terraform console. Check you out, guys. Check you out.
I'm sharing.
I can create a variable here and say, I can actually create a variable. How do you create a variable? You create a variable the same way you create a variable test, yeah? And then open parenthesis, no, open curly brackets, close curly brackets, and then put maybe description. I'll say default is equal to testing. I need to set type, isn't it? I can just create. It's saying that syntax error. Look, guys, let me share. Can you see my screen?
No, I shared. Let me stop sharing.
Yeah, I think you would have to reshare.
What if I don't want to share again? It's not giving me. Okay, ping for everyone. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was trying to create a variable. This is probably not the in the console. Probably not the best way. I've made a mistake and it's probably crying about it. But let's see. If I want to find the value of this variable, var.test, does it give me? It's I created a wrong variable. So reference to undeclared input variable. An input variable with the name test has not been declared. The variable can be declared with this variable test block. Okay, so learn how to use the console to help you with developing your own code. What will be the value if I put this there? What will be the value? Okay, all right. Paul, share your screen.
Yeah. Shared it.
Okay, Chris, are you creating? Okay, you created your workspaces. Good, 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 good. Now, in your code, if you open your code,
Okay. Oh, the the project can
yeah. So what will happen is one minute. Let me find. Okay, so you created your yeah. Okay, so to use your to use your to be able to use your okay. Now Hmm. Okay. We have the EC2 and we have a value there, a variable there called instance type. Yeah. In the instance type, you have hard coded the instance type. I think you didn't even put it in a variable, which okay. Now what we want is we want a map, and I think you went and learned for maps, yeah. So we all know what a map is, yeah. Now if you open a console, let's do something. I don't want to teach locals. I do not want to teach locals, but it seems today I'm going to have to teach locals. Okay. Okay, so let me share my screen.
Okay. Okay.
Chris, are you there? Why are you muted? You just sat there. What are you doing?
Yes, boss, I'm here.
Doing what?
Observing.
You're not practicing. You haven't opened a console and played around with it. You're just sat there.
Observing and practicing.
Okay, so I have explained to you what a map is. Yeah. I'm expecting you to know what a map is. Yeah. And let me actually open up okay, so this is a typical map. Here, we use it for tags. Yeah. A map checks that it has a key and it's a key pair. Okay, so this is a map. We created a variable, call it instance types, and we say description. Yeah, and the type is a map. This is a simple variable. We're saying that for dev, we will use T2 micro. For prod, we will use T3 micro, T3 small. So there should be a logic to go and find out if we are in prod or dev. Yeah, if we are in prod or dev, that's the first thing. We check the workspace to find which one we are. And if we check and we find that we are in dev, then go and look through this map and find the value that is should be associated to dev. which is then going to be T3, T2 micro. Again, if we are running and we are in production, we check the workspace, and if the workspace is prod, come here and find out what the value for prod should be. You getting it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, to check, there's a function called lookup. Okay, there's a function called lookup. Let's look at that lookup function. This is it. Yeah. The Terraform lookup function is a powerful feature that allows you to access the state of your infrastructure as a code. It enables you to query and retrieve information about your resources, such as IDs, names, attributes, without having to write additional code. Terraform lookup uses a query language to filter and return blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's the lookup function. Now, how is it used? So you can actually use it in the console. Yeah. And the lookup function takes this format. It says retrieves the value of a single element from a map. You're hearing it? Given its key, if the given key does not exist, the given default value is returned instead. So you start with a lookup, and as I said, you always open functions, you open and close parentheses, and the condition, the logic will be in there. For this function, it requires 3 inputs. It requires a map, the map, and the key. And if the key is not found, what should be the default? Yeah, the map, the key, and if it's not found, what should be the default? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So here is the map. Someone has put in a map here, and they're saying that in this map, find me the value of A. Yeah, find me the value of A. And the value of A will be what? AY, isn't it? If you can find it, then that's it. There's nothing else to do. If you can't find it, give me a value called, a string called what? That means it's not there. So here they put a key C. This is the key. This is called key pair. Yeah, key pair, key value pair, key value pair. Okay, so I want the key C. All right. Let's go to here and see if we're going to use a lookup. How would it look like? Now, we have our map. So in the lookup, function, we need to set the map. We need to pass the mapping, and the map can be var dot. See how Terraform is cool. Here we actually put the whole map in there, yeah. But the map is in a variable, so we can put the variable there. We've created a variable, so we can call map.instances. This is where you have to be really, you need to be able to, this is engineering anyway. So we have put the map there. This is the map. We go and find the map from variables, okay? Now we want to find dev. What is in dev? We can actually put dev there as a key. And then we put a default and say if you didn't find anything, just use T2. The default will be T2 small. If you didn't find anything, use T2 small. Yeah. This can be it. But what we want to do is we want to make this dynamic as well. Basically, we want to go and find the workspace name and use it. So the workspace name will be dynamic here and it will be automatically selected there. So if it's prod, it will select prod. If this is dev, it will select dev. Okay. So the workspace, how do we then call the workspace? Okay. And we all know we could have done this. Terraform dot workspace. You get it? So go and find this into this map. Go in this map, check this value, and give me that information. If it's not there, use this default. Simple, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
What you could actually do as well is you can actually put the map here and run it on the console. Okay, so the map will be, and to start a map, you open curly brackets and close curly brackets, and in the curly bracket you got your key pair. Yeah, key pair, key value pair. So we are not going to use the variable because we're going to the console. We're going to try this in the console before we go. Okay, and then another one. Yeah, we will remove this from there. I don't think we need these curly these here in the console. Okay, so this is a map and it has values. Go and check the workspace and then give me the let me do the default will be M5 large. M5. Yeah, M5 large. There's no small in M5. Large. Okay. So if we put it, if we put this in a console, it should work. Okay. So look up this map, find the workspace, and give me the value. Oh, come on, let me cancel and go back. Terraform console. It says what's the crying about? It's not used within the language. Expected the start of an expression, but found invalid expression. So which one did you find? Source code not available. Source code not available. One minute. Let me just get let me get See, dev is equal to T2 micro, prod is equal to small. Default is, oh no.
Yeah, to what?
It gave me, yes, but I want to make it dynamic. I want to add the workspace.
Oh,
No, what do you mean by it's not available in the console itself? It is. It is. It is available. What are you talking about?
so Benny, is that calling of a value of
1 minute.
of that?
Yeah, so it's checking the current okay, let's try again. Hopefully it works. Yeah, you see, it's working. So there's no production in the list, so it use the default. Okay, so look up, we give it a map. Yeah, you can put the map in a variable, a vars form, and then you say, okay, check the workspace, what's the value there? When you find the value, go and check in the map what is the T2 instance type that I want, and then use that. If you didn't find it, use T3 micro. So if I cancel this and I change my console, I use dev, or I create a new console, I create a new one called prod, because there's no production, there's prod. And I run the command again. This will give me T3 small. Okay, so in a nutshell, you could put this here, this logic here, in your what's it called, code, where you are actually passing the variable for, and then it will go and do this logic and then pick one for you. You get it?
Yeah.
So Paul, share your screen. So we used console, we used workspace, we used variables, vars in there. I'm putting it in the WhatsApp chat. Yeah. I'm also going to put the variable that we created in the okay, Paul, share your screen. So if you go to your code, you can just copy what I have put there. Make sure that so it works, isn't it? You can just copy that and put it in where you're putting your variables in the console, in the module. So where did you put your instance type?
Oh, the instance type is in here. Yeah, here.
Yeah. So you can literally replace all of that with that code there. With the lookup. Yeah.
You mean
and it will work. No, without the bottom one, just the function lookup. This will work.
Is T2 small correct?
Yeah. Forget about it for now. No. The value, not the parameter as well. The value. Instance type is equal to then the logic. Exactly. So this means that for instance type, run this command and get the value that, because I don't want to use T2 micro for prod.
Yeah.
I want to use T2 micro for dev. So if the environment is dev, then use T2 micro. If the environment is prod, then use this. Else the default, if it's default, use this.
Yeah.
Okay. So the thing is, you also have to make sure that for environments, you see, we were talking about state files, okay?
Yeah.
Because each environment will have its own state file. Yeah?
Yeah.
So the staging environment will have its own state file. The production environment will have its own state file. The dev environment will have its own stage file. And that was one of the questions that we saw. Yeah, that was one of the questions that we saw. So in your backend, what you would do is you go to the backend.
Yeah, this is it.
And in the backend, the key was what? My test EC2. Okay. I'm putting one command in there, and you will see again how we are using the workspace variable to actually create multiple workspace state files. Yeah.
Yeah.
So comment that value out. Don't remove it. Comment that value. Just comment it. The value on line 4. The value. This is a key value.
Yeah.
I say value. I didn't say key. Okay. And then put the one that I put there. And let's make changes to it.
You put it where
in WhatsApp.
No.
Okay, so we're saying that the key, you can actually remove the first part from it. So personalized greetings, just remove that one. When you're creating a key, go and find the Terraform workspace value, whatever the value is, and append and create a file or a folder /Terraform state. But we don't want to use Terraform state. So what we'll do is you remove Terraform state and put my key test2 there. Just copy the my key. Yeah, that's it. So if you go to your AWS, you see that each environment will have its own state file.
Yeah.
Now that we know this and how to call the variable, we can also make it in a way that our VPC name will be appended or concatenated by the workspace. So a VPC name will be production, personalized greeting VPC. The tag will be production, personalized. You get the point. So by the time you go to AWS, you have two complete set of resources, but one code.
Yeah.
You have to engineer it that way. Okay. So I'll leave you to use Workspace, which is terraform.workspace, practice it, delete things and all that. If I was you, before I make any changes with this, I would delete my whatever I have in AWS first, because if you make changes to the code, Terraform will not find your resources. Yeah. So before you commit to anything, delete
the last thing I did was destroy it.
Yes. So you can create a new one and all that.
Yeah.
And then go and play around with Workspace. Yeah. Now you know how to do it. What you want is, if it's 3 environment, dev, staging, prod, you'll have 3 VPCs.
Yeah.
Dev, staging, prod. And you also have 3 EC2 machines. It can be the same instance type. I was just showing you how it looks like. Because of cost, you don't want to use any other instance type. It doesn't matter. It's okay. You can use the same, but you can make it so dynamic that you can actually have a map also for CIDR blocks and say, for production, I want to use this CIDR blocks. For dev, I want to use this. For staging, I want to use this CIDR block. You get it?
Yeah.
Exactly. So you have learned something today, which is using the console, which is cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
And also you learned about workspaces, and we are actually using Workspace to create multiple personalized greetings project in AWS.
Yeah.
I've shown you how to use the lookup function, and you're also going to go and use this so that next week when we come back, we'll see how your code looks like. Yeah?
Yep. Yep.
Good. Any questions?
Not from me.
I can also promise you that by now, someone's money are shit in Ghana.
Shipped.
A shit is gone. A shit is burnt. There's we voted yesterday. We went to the ballot box yesterday.
Oh yeah, I've seen Kobe posting someone.
Yeah,
he supported.
Yeah, and all the campaigns that they did, a lot of people spent a lot of money on it. A lot of money. When we say a lot of money, there's a lot of money. The person who didn't win, the money that they've spent on it is gone to waste. And in Ghana, we call you Sikana shit. People are laughing at people so much. Oh, my days, some people. Anyway, that's it for today. Please show me that you want this. Show me, and you need to put in a little. I didn't charge you any money for this, and I'm thinking that going forward, we will be doing other practice tests, and I think WizLab is the best place for you to sign up to. I know some people, they are interested in cars and petrol and insurance. They put a lot of emphasis on cars and petrol, insurance, task. Even some people, I know someone who paid someone, a mechanic, to go and bring their car. that same power, seriousness, priority, put it in learning this thing. That same. See it exactly the same. In fact, I would have paid for this before I even go and get a car. Okay. So next week, I'm hoping that you share your platform with me and we'll all do practice tests together.
Yeah.
Okay. Paul, it might be hard for you. But this is the final push, guys. We are doing it. This is the final push. Okay. Final push, and you need to be if it doesn't hurt you, there's no point. Even if in the Bible, Paul said he will not give something to God that he doesn't feel it. You need to sacrifice. It's not, we are not asking for a lot of money. It's £140 a year. If you can't pay it all today, you can sign up to the monthly one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And every month they will take $11 or whatever. Okay. But that one, Paul, it will hurt you because then every month you have to go and claim for. I don't know if they will give you a receipt for
I
all
will
of it.
find a range. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all I want is get on the platform. Get on the platform. Let's do watch the videos, watch it back to back. Put your all in it, like you're going to do driving test theory.
Yeah.
The way the effort you put in all of that, put the same. And let's get this out of the way. If I put this on your CV, I'm really, really happy that you have this on your CV. You know Terraform, you've done the exam, you passed it. This is your certificate. I'll be really happy. Okay?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, that's it for today. I will be meeting some people in about 30 minutes to 1 hour. They should prepare themselves for driving test. Okay.
Boss.
See ya.
Thank you.
Leave the call.
Okay.
Chris, you have a tendency of when I give you a task, you are the same person who cried about you don't give us task, homework. When I give you two, you don't do it.
Oh,
And the weekend will come and you haven't done it.
but that's why I did it.
By next week, you have code in GitHub that implements workspace.
Oh, yeah. I'll do it.
Okay. You have key files for each workspace. You will rename the data, the resources, appending or prefixing the environment that you are creating in front of all the resources. I'm not going to go too far and say use different CIDR blocks for each VPC, but if you can dare yourself and try that one too, CIDR block, a VPC 1 will have CIDR block A, VPC 2 will have CIDR block B, VPC 3, environment 3 will be okay. Remember, the default tag has environment there and currently is set to dev. Be smart. Look at the whole code and then change environment. You change environment before you run your Terraform plan.
Yeah.
Okay. Change environment before you run your Terraform plan. Change your environment, run Terraform plan, and check. If I change the environment and run Terraform plan, what is the resources? What is it saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. See you next week. Bye.
Thank you, Benny. Bye.
Leave the call, Chris. Leave the call.